So hello, and in this video we will be looking at the paper from 21st January 2024, and we will be looking at, so this is English as language 1, and this is code I, which is being solved. The passage is about Alfred and his mother. I'm not reading this. Let's move on directly to the questions. Question 91 is, study the following statements. When she entered the drugstore, Mrs. Higgins was not properly dressed. So this is true because it is said that she had clothing seemed to have been thrown on her. So she was not properly dressed. She looked like the mother of a guilty person. So this is not true. Mr. Carr did not expect her to be calm and dignified, which is true because he was surprised. So A and C are correct. A and C are right. B is wrong. This will be the correct answer. Having looked at his mother, Alfred was, so he was surprised. This emotion that is being expressed out here, Alfred couldn't understand his mother's quiet. This is one of surprise. 93, Mr. Carr intended to get Alfred arrested. This is right. Mrs. Higgins wanted him to be given a chance to reform himself. This is also right. So both A and B are correct. Her humility made her falter. So opposite in meaning, opposite of humility is pride. Her blue eyes never wavered, nearest in meaning, so it never hesitated. So when you are talking about wavered, it means it did not move. So to waver means to move or to hesitate. So her eyes never wavered. That is, it did not hesitate. He hardly knew what to say. This is a noun clause. So knowing is he hardly knew something. He hardly knew what. So what did he not know? So it was what to say. So this is a noun clause. Which of the following statement is not correct? So Alfred was a petty thief. This is correct. He stole cream compact lipstick. Yes. At Mr. Carr's accusation, Alfred's mother felt intimidated. This is true. Yet she was. So he stole cream. So cream is not mentioned. If we go back and look, it compact and lipstick is mentioned. Toothpaste is mentioned. If you see here, I caught him red-handed. Little things like compacts and toothpaste and lipsticks. So this is one. At Mr. Carr's accusation, Alfred's mother felt intimidated. So we don't know. She should have. And so this is the second option. And yet she was very gentle in responding to him. This is correct. So if they're trying to say that she felt intimidated, but she was very gentle in responding to him, the correct answer, therefore, according to me, should be 3. That is, this is not a correct statement. However, 2 is also another option. I will wait for what CTET says. Made them forget that her clothes seemed something. So this is a conjunction. Conjunction is being used out here. She made them forget that. This is also the beginning of a noun clause, but since a clause is not being asked and that is not a noun, it is being used in the form of a conjunction. Which of the following statement is not correct? Again, which is not correct? At home, Mrs. Higgins would have been enraged. Yes. Outside, her conduct was that of a caring mother. Yes. When she introduced herself, Mr. Carr felt stupefied. This is also true. So he felt that he would have to forgive Alfred. This has not been mentioned. So this is the one which is not correct. We come now to the poem, which is a very famous Shakespearean play about all the world is a stage and all men and women are merely players. Let's see. A soldier is jealous about his honor because he is very sensitive about his honor. Given out here, jealous in honor, sudden and quick. 101, their exits and entrance. So this is a metaphor when you are talking about life and death, birth and death. So that this is a metaphor. So a school boy is both 1 and 2. He is reluctant to go to school as well as looks beautiful in the morning. We can find out by the lines which says unwilling to school and shining morning face. He is whining. He's got a beautiful face in the morning, but he is creeping because he is unwilling to go to school. So both 1 and 2. What do all men and women do? So they perform various roles in life. So they are all players. 104, why is a lover's sigh? This is not sign, this is a sigh basically compared to a furnace. because he is emotionally charged. Yeah, sighing like a furnace, sighing like a furnace with a woeful ballad. So he's very emotionally charged, therefore he's sighing like a furnace. Identify the figure of speech in the first line. So the first line is a metaphor. All the world's a stage, and all men and women are mainly players. So we're talking about life being a metaphor as a stage. So this is a metaphor. So we are done with the comprehension part, and now we are going to move on to the pedagogy. So if you see, pedagogy for Hindi 1 and English 1 is the same. So those of you who have Hindi 1, they can also look at this. Okay, which one of the following is not correct with respect to the given sentence? Rhymes, songs, chants are ways for children to, so they extend their vocabulary. Yes, they practice pronunciation, enhance expression, memorize words and sentence structure. So whenever the word memorize comes, we will not take it. That's not the correct answer. The correct answer, therefore, is memorize word and sentence structure. This is not correct. This is not what we really want them to do with rhymes, songs, and charts. Which one of the following is not true? Again, not true about the use of library. So they can be exposed to a variety of genres. Yes, active environment. Teachers can also be model reading behaviors in the libraries. A read aloud of textbook can be best done. So this word best done in the library, a read aloud actually happens best in a class. It can be done in a library if you are uh, if you are if you have a big library. But I'll go with answer option 4. Which of the following should be measured to be literate? So if you are literate, you can basically decode and you have language comprehension. Whatever you have decoded, you should be able to understand. So that will be, it has to be mastered to be literate. Which one of the following is not correct about teaching grammar effectively? So we should promote genuine communication, elicit relevant rules. Okay, relevant rules, yes. Provide practice, yes. Memorizing. So whenever we have memorizing, that is not correct. So literacy teaching that emphasizes the relationship between letters and sound. This is your phonics instruction. A teacher in class 3 asked her students to ask their partners 5 questions about their abilities, like can you swim? They have to keep asking this kind of question. So what is this? So this is oral fluency practice. You've taught them one structure, can you swim? And then you just keep asking more questions on this basis. This is fluency practice. You want them to become fluent with this one structure. 112, a third grade teacher wishes to establish a reading corner. Okay, in making the judgment for selecting which is be the most important to be considered. Are authors well known, respected? Okay, this should be considered. They are written. Are they written? This is also good. Address the goal. So as a class 3 teacher, this will be the best. Will it address the goals of third grade reading curriculum? So she has a curriculum which she wants her children to learn. This should be the best. Will they be appropriate? More than one? This is not really needed. So this is the best. All the 4 considerations are given good, but of them, the reading curriculum, she would have some objectives while she's teaching. This is the one which she should consider first. Which approach or method is geared towards learners' main goal of using language in real life context? So this is the communicative approach. Whenever you're using the communicative approach, your main thing that you will learn is whether it can be used in real life. So that's the basis of why communicative approach was used. A teacher asks the learners to exchange workbooks and check their partner's work. What is the objective? So this is to develop the skill of peer correction. Children in the foundational stage are more engaged in learning when they use multiple senses and actively use their hands. This will be the best. Singing rhymes is not the best way. Repeating in their notebooks, no. Only on, so no. So multiple senses and active use of their hands. A student of class 5 says, I give my work a final check for accuracy before submitting it to the teacher. What is she working on? Which stage of writing? So this is proofreading. Which approach method doesn't encourage student to use their native language? So this is the direct method. In the direct method, there is absolutely no encouragement to use the native language. 118, a teacher is planning to collect a variety of teaching learning materials for class 2 students, okay, which is not a correct criterion. It should be attractive and safe, yes. Should provide adequate opportunities to explore, yes. Material should be preferably locally made, yes. Material should be made by children only, and have some roughness. So this is the not correct one, and hence the correct answer. To create an inclusive, welcoming, and joyful environment that supports every child's participation as outlined in the NCF. So here they're talking about NCF 2023. What can be best done? So here displaying children's work from different domains of development, that is all affective, psychomotor, all should be displayed. So decorating the school for colorful environment, we don't want this. Majorly focusing on in good health, so majorly focusing or only focusing we don't want, and only indoor activities we do not want. Which one of the following is not the principle for textbook design? So there's no technology principle. We do have, it should be well presented, it should have be a part of the curriculum, it should be concrete as possible. So those were the 30 questions of paper 1 with English as language 1. If this was helpful, do put in a like to the video. And in case you want me to make videos for the answer key of English as language 2, do let me know in the comments below. I shall surely do that. Thank you for watching.